Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today what I'm going to be doing is one 12 by 12 sheet of paper making 2 cards. Now this week I am actually taking it one step further because this isn't double-sided. It is only one-sided and I am planning on making 2 cards with it, and I think I must be mad. But we're going to give it a go. There's no harm. I mean, it's got a few elements that we can take from it. So it's got these roses, and it's got, you know, it's got birds and stuff. So and I also am going to use these card bases, and they are lilac. So just a little bit different. So I am looking, and I can get, so I do have quite a few things that I can fussy cut, I can raise up, I can make it make them match. Yeah, so let's see where this takes us. So I also have off to the side of me, I do have sentiments that we can use. So it will be, actually that actually cuts quite nicely, so we'll keep that one. Yeah, so I do have sentiments that we can use, and I think that one. Yeah, so they are out of my stash. They are just freebies from magazines, so it's not yeah, they haven't really cost me anything. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm getting my 12 by 12 scoreboard out to use the cutter on it. Now I don't know where this bit is. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. I actually went out last night to my friend's crafting, so I took quite a few bits of my stash. So yeah, right, let's measure these cards first. So they are just over 8 inches. So I think I'm going to do 8 inches. Just so that we've got that nice border. Actually, do you know what? I think we might have a big border. So I'm going to do 7 3/4. And then the size this way is 4 1/4. So I think I'm going to do 3 3/4. So let's measure that. And this is from the V&A pad. Can't quite remember the name of it, but I will link it in. Well, I will write it in the description box below so that you can find it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to get my 2 card bases, so I'm going to bring them in, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to stick them down. So really love that border. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I wasn't 100%, see, I've got loads of these in my stash. I was very kindly given them, and I hate wasting, and I just think there must be some way of using them. And you know, I wasn't 100% sure actually if this paper pad would go with this, or this paper anyway, but I really like the colour combination of them. So I'm going to use these as if they're like to invite somebody out for tea, I think. So I quite like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a look and get some of these elements. So we've got this white rose, we also have these red pieces, but that is the same size. So what I'm thinking is, so keeping it so that I can cut them out, and this is just to add just a little extra detail really. So I'm just going to tear it, and we've got this bird here. So this one doesn't have a bird, that one does, but this one doesn't. So what I'm thinking, get rid of that, is actually raising this up and putting it there. So, oh, see, I really like that. I think that works lovely. Let me, my glue sticks have all fell over. Don't keep falling over. So let's have a look in my stash, because see what else I have. Oh, see, I have this, which is Best Wishes. Do you know what? I'm going to use this because I think this actually matches really nice. So I'm just going to fussy cut it properly. And then from there, what I'm going to do is stick this on. And I think I'm going to raise it up so that you can see that there's a couple of layers. But with this week's challenge, I wanted to see if we could actually do it with one piece of paper, and it is very busy paper. And I might do one week where it's a very plain piece of paper, and let's see what we can do with that. Because I think it's nice that not everybody has loads of double-sided pieces of paper. You know, I've got a lot that are single-sided, so it is really nice if you can actually do it with just a single-sided, and by the looks of it we can. So, and it's just you know, working out what you like, just doing very simple techniques, looking at your paper, looking at what it is that you see in it, what elements you can use, what you can use for your background, what you can use for your focal point if you're going to have a focal point, how you can get interest within it. So it's all these things that we do have to actually consider. So that, I love that. And then you know what I'm thinking of is we've got these two flowers here, so I am going to fussy cut these two flowers, and then I'm thinking of just putting them, I don't know whether I'm going to use both or just one, but we will see. But yeah, not loving this series. I hope you're loving this series too. So this is the 4th video, and I will be releasing them every Monday till around November time, just so that you know. And it's normally about 12 o'clock that I do release them. Oh, see, I love that. I really, really love that. So yeah. But it's proven to be quite popular, and people have responded to it quite nicely, so which I'm really pleased at, because you know the whole idea of my videos is to inspire people, but I make what I love, and I know my taste isn't the same as everybody else's, but I just hope that even if I'm not, it's not something that you like, that there is like a new technique, or there is a different way of me putting things together that you've not thought of. So I do hope that, you know, I can inspire you that way. See, I love that. That is so simple, and do you know what? I don't think that needs anything else. Normally you wouldn't put your flowers on in 2. I was thinking of looking to see if I could add a different flower, because on here we've got this one which would have went quite nice, but I really don't think it needs it. I think those 2 are just fine. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to fussy cut out this rose, and put this rose on like this. So yeah, so when you're choosing your paper, you know, you're not going to know what you're going to be doing with it, because you know it's quite a hard challenge to do, and you know it's you won't know really until you actually start doing it, and that's, you know, why I say, you know, look at the paper, look at what you can get out of the paper itself, because this is where, you know, you need to look for the elements to make focal points, because that's important really. But I mean, we will find out if we can do it with a plain piece of paper. You know, we're discovering this together. So it's all of us doing this, you know. And if you have any suggestions or any ideas, please feel free to let me know, because, you know, we are all here to learn. So I really like that rose. Right, I think we're finished with that. See, I like this torn effect, but do I want to do the torn effect again? Or the only other thing I'm thinking of is fussy cutting some more elements. Actually, no, I don't want to do that, because I'm going to do this torn effect. However, I'm not going to do it lengthways. I think I'm going to do it that way, because I really like that bird. And if you look at this, so I'll just lay this down. I'm hoping you, actually I'm going to bring it up, move this. I'll bring it up so that you can see where I'm headed. Okay, so if you look here, you've got this bird here, and then you've got this, and then if you just look at the bottom, it's like a mirror image. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to tear down each side of this, and then I'm going to raise this piece up. Then these roses that I cut out, because I do really like these roses, and because there is, I don't know if you can see, there's a couple of roses just in this corner. So I'm just going to raise these up like this, and I'm just going to put the roses there. So very, very simple again. Yeah, really simple. So I just need to cut this down to 3 3/4. I'm hoping that's what it is. So 3 3/4. Actually, I want that in, don't I? So if I do here, move that out to one side, let's have a look. So it wants to be just to the top of there, and it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it's not going to be exact. You'd have to be a miracle worker to get exact. Well, and trust me, I'm not a miracle worker. Right. Perfect. So then all I'm going to do is I am just going to tear down this side here. And all the tearing is, I mean, you can keep it without the tearing by all means, but you know, the tearing is just so that I can, it's just for more interest really. And then I'm going to lift that up. So I really, really like that. So I'm just going to bring in my foam tape, and then we're going to just raise everything up so that it sort of lifts off, because I think it needs it. And I have to admit, I picked this paper and I was dreading it, because I thought, do you know what, have I actually pushed myself too far with this piece, because it is so busy. Am I going to be able to do it? And do you know what, I'm so pleased that I have managed to actually come up with 2 cards for you, and to show that you can use a busy paper. You just have to look at the elements. So I am really, really pleased with this, and I really hope that, you know, this has inspired your creativity to, and inspired you to try to challenge yourself. You know, we all have that paper or those few bits within our stash that we've had forever, and we just don't know how to use, we don't know what to do with it, and this is where, you know, challenging yourself can be so good and so amazing, because, you know, if anything, the end result, you're so pleased with what you've accomplished and how you've accomplished it. You know, it's like you have like a feeling of being really proud of yourself. Well, I'm always really proud of myself. Yeah, I have noticed I am rambling on a bit, and I am sorry. So yeah, okay, so I am going to raise this bit up as well. So all I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do the full thing, because I've noticed every time I do the full thing, the paper curls, and then I end up ruining it. And I think it's because it's on a roll, and it's quite annoying. Right, okay, so I don't need that bit, put that back on there. So let's get these stuck down first. So I do need just my regular double-sided tape, which is here, like this. I love the colour of these card bases. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're so delicate. Really are, really are pretty. Right, we want to make sure we don't get it upside down, and a nice border as well. There we go. Oh, love it. So yeah, absolutely loving these. Yeah. But I think this paper pad, it's the one that I actually got from Every Craft is a Pound. And it is by V&A. Oh, see, yeah, you can see it now. It stands out so much better just having that little bit of dimension on it. So, you know, a bit of foam tape foam tape is definitely an investment. Right, put this on. So, I mean, they are really busy papers, and normally you wouldn't really do layer upon layer of busy papers, but in this case I do actually think it has worked, and I'm so glad it has. I actually really like these. I'll have to try it with the whole pad one and I see what I can come up with. And then this very last one, which will be less raised because we're just going to pop that under there like that, so it's on the bottom level, and that's it. Very simple. How gorgeous is that? It all just works really nice. So that's the first one, so move that one out the way. Let's move these bits. So we want to stick this bit down like this. I think I've also got this in the 8x8 as well. So let's get rid of these back ends. There we go. Yeah, it's the right way. Make sure it's got a nice border all around, and stick that down. And the other thing to be aware of, when you actually do choose your paper, look at how you cut it, because how you cut it can be quite important, because you can get so many different elements and stuff. So when you come to cut it, hold your cards. So like I did at the beginning, because it is such a busy paper, I did lay my cards out. This was a happy accident. So you need to make sure that you've got your pattern the right way up, because this, obviously there is a right way up, so there's only so much that you can do with it. So that's something to be mindful of, just so that you're aware. But I'm going to put that here, and then I want this rose just there, and then we'll have this rose just on that corner like that, and that's it. They're done. Right, I'm just going to clear up and we'll take a look at them. Okay, so I am done. So this is it. This is all we have left. And in theory, actually, you could probably make another card with that. But I'm going to put these in my scrapbox to use for later. But these are the cards that we've made. So there is a lot going on, but I think they work really nicely. So we've just done a torn effect, raised it up. So we've put quite a bit of dimension within these cards, just so that you can see the elements a little better. But how pretty are them? So one sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and then this is what we have come up with. So I would love to see your makes. If you have made any cards using just one sheet of 12 by 12, if you hashtag shinysilvertreasures, I will be able to see them on Instagram. So you would have to share on Instagram. But if you do a video as well, if you just put a link in the description box, I'd love to see them, because I think they are it's such a wonderful idea. I think we all of us crafters should be doing this. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that bell so that you're notified when I do upload another video. And hopefully I will see you very soon in my next video. But until then, happy crafting. Bye.